Here we're on Westgate Trail, getting a little action shot on our way to show you the video of how to set up your hammock ridgeline. It's one of my favorite parts of the trail. You walk between two lines of these big pine trees. Nice weather outside. Can't waste it. We are at Westgate Park, one of my favorite hammock spots. I have the Eno double nest. We're going to talk about adding a ridge line to it, why you need to add a ridge line, and what this does for your hammock. As you can see right now, it's hanging a little bit tight, but it's still going to be comfortable. And the issue with not having a ridge line is that you can actually over tighten it to where it gets the hammock so tight. I'm going to show you a little picture of that in a minute here, where it just gets uncomfortable. Alright, as you can see, I tightened up each whoopee sling, one on that end, one on that end, and the slope of the hammock is basically gone. It's almost a straight line. If you lay in there, it's pretty uncomfortable, and this can happen if you don't have good practice setting it up, or you're new setting it up, and we wouldn't want to ruin that. So you can add something called a ridge line, and that can be made out of any line that's just not flexible. I use some nylon string for mine that's over there laying down that we're going to look at here in a minute. But when you put it on there, it keeps the hammock shape even if you tighten the ends just a little bit like I have now. So I'm going to switch to helmet cam and we'll look at that. Alright, so what we're going to do, we have our cheap nylon rope right here. It's not very stretchy. It's just for an example that Dutchware makes some nice ones that you can buy online for about 12 bucks. I think I got this whole 50-foot roll for about $5. What you do on one end, you take it in, put it back this way, tie what's called an overhand bight in the end, like this. And you'll take this, take your end above this little, where the rope comes out on the Eno double nest, and then run your line back through. And then of course the obvious question is, how long does the ridge line supposed to be? 83% is where you start. Conveniently, I've already used this rope before, so I've already got my 83%. And what you normally do is you mark your 83% with a piece of super expensive, highly technical ridgeline tape, also known as duct tape. So you go over to the other end of your hammock, double nest, take the line, go through the middle, and then tighten it up to where your marker tape is. Go around, then go back around the other side. Just do this about 4 or 5 times till it feels pretty secure. And then you can tie something like a slippery half hitch to hold it. When I come back, we'll show you what this is doing for the hammock. Alright, as you can tell, when you put the ridge line on the hammock, it pulls the two ends together and it gives you that good sag, as you can see right here. And what this is helpful for is if you're new and say for instance you tighten it a little bit too much, you're still going to have that sag even if you do tighten it a little bit more. So what we're going to do is go to our whoopee sling, tighten this in a little bit, and then we're going to tighten this in a little bit, and you can still see that you still have that good sag even though we tightened it up a little bit more. Without the ridge line, when you tighten it up, that sag is going to go away. So another obvious reason, if I can get the hammock down and lay in it, is so you can hang stuff, make little bags for it. You can hang your gloves up here or your headlamp when you're laying in here. It's pretty convenient. So those are the main two reasons to have a ridge line.